All right, so I think this is recording. Let's take a look here at this quadratic inequality. It is not compared against 0, so we need to zero it. We have x squared minus 2x. Subtract 3 from both sides. It is less than or equal to 0. So we want to factor this. The middle term is negative 2x. The first times the last is negative 3x squared. So we'll have 1x times negative 3x. Multiply those together and you get the top expression. Add those together, you get the bottom expression. Since the leading coefficient is 1, we can just use the 1 and negative 3, and we can factor this to x plus 1 times x minus 3. That gives us critical points of negative 1 and positive 3. That divides the number line into 3 regions, A, B, and C. We need to determine whether to shade or not to shade these critical points. Because it's less than or equal to, because it's underlined, because we have that equal to, we're going to shade each of these in. So negative 1 and positive 3 are in our solution set. If you were to let x be negative 1 or be positive 3 and do this arithmetic, you would get a true statement. So let's proceed by creating a table. And we'll have one column that we call our test point. We'll have a middle column that I'm going to write the factored form. You can write the original inequality if you'd like. Most of the time the arithmetic for me is easier to look at it in factored form. The last column I'm going to call my truth column. So I need to pick a test point representative of region A, a number that's smaller than negative 2. That would be easy to do arithmetic on would be negative 2. Smaller than negative 1. I don't know if I said negative 2. Negative 2 plus 1 is a negative 1. Negative 2 minus 3 is a negative 5. Multiply those together, though, and you get positive 5. And positive 5 is not less than or equal to 0. That's a false statement. So I'm not going to include region A in my solution set. In region B, since the numbers go from negative to positive, I'm going to pick 0 as my test point. Replace x with 0. And I have 1 times negative 3, which is negative 3. And that is less than or equal to 0. That's a true statement. So I'm going to include region B in my solution set. I'm going to shade that region. I'm going to pick a test point from region C that's larger than 3, like 4. And 4 plus 1 is 5. 4 minus 3 is 1. 5 times 1 is 5, and that's not less than or equal to 0. That's a false statement. So I'm not going to include that in my solution set. So I need to describe this picture with inequalities. So since both endpoints are included, I have less than or equal to. And there's my final answer for number 9. I hope that helps. Don't be afraid to ask any questions, and I will talk to you later. Bye.